Welcome to another episode of Oswin by my side. So, I was gonna make taco meat tonight because I've been eating tacos for like 3 weeks straight. And I realized that I didn't want to have tacos. And I'm like, what can I make? I have 4 pounds of deer hamburger thawed out that I'm gonna enjoy over a 3 to 4 day period because I'm hungry and it's gonna be stupid simple. And I have all the ingredients, hopefully, in my house. Meatloaf. So you're going to see me making meatloaf tonight. And hopefully it'll turn out great. We'll get started here. I'm going to put the oven on conventional bake, 350, start. We'll get that started heating up, and we're going to mix the meatloaf. And you'll get to see me do that now. All right. I believe I have every ingredient in the house that I need for meatloaf. I think you need a ton of hamburger. You need a scissors. I'm guessing this is about 2 pounds. It might be 3 or 4. This might be a 6-pound meatloaf. It's all said and done. I've got my tons of meatloaf here. Eventually I'll have to get my fingers dirty. Let's get all the ingredients out, huh? 2 onions for a meatloaf this big. 2 onions. I have some meatballs. Meatball seasoning, or not meatloaf, meatloaf seasoning. Meatball seasoning would probably do just fine too. Hey Karma, are you hungry for meatloaf too? Eggs, heavy whipping cream, salt and pepper, crackers, saltine crackers. Can you put celery in meatloaf? Jalapenos, minced garlic, celery? I don't think sauerkraut would go good on meatloaf. Backup ketchup. So normally I do that nice quick shot. All the ingredients you need for your awesome meatloaf. So 6 pounds hamburger, salt and pepper, meatloaf seasoning, jalapenos, minced garlic, ketchup, whipping cream, couple eggs, celery, some onions. I really don't know if celery is going to taste good in this meatloaf, but we're going to give it a shot. Come here so everybody can see you. Ozzy's in the show. Onion, onion, onion. I am going to dice these up as thin as possible. Oh, Oswin. You know what we're forgetting? Is to have the dryer running, since I've got clothes in there. And we need the dryer to go off halfway through the video because that just seems to be a common thing, common theme. All this recipe is me attempting to make meatloaf out of everything that's just in my house. So that way I didn't have to go shopping. I don't know how many people make meatloaf in the middle of summertime when it's got to 88 degrees outside today. But it was for the meat that I have in my house. It was this and like little cracker type meats, and I'm gonna start giving those to the dogs because I don't think they're healthy anymore. So I'd not let them eat them. What recipe did I buy that celery for? This is gonna be a giant meatloaf. Mix this up a little bit. This might not be a big enough bowl. I think I have. Bigger mixing bowl. So now that I have the bigger bowl, I'm just going to go like this. Pepper, salt, too much salt. I don't know what I have this. Look at this. I bought this. You know, I gotta reuse it, and I never even used celery. Celery, whole jalapenos, 3 spoonfuls. Need some minced garlic. 2 tablespoons and a dash more. Meatloaf seasoning. I probably have all the seasonings that are in these bags in my house because I have a ton of seasoning. But you go through, you're buying your taco seasoning, your different seasoning. I'm gonna start making my own seasonings. And you just go, oh, I'm gonna make meatloaf, and you just grab that meatloaf seasoning. Or, oh, I'm gonna make Swedish meatballs, and you just grab that seasoning. From now on, I'm just gonna pull out the old Betty Crocker cookbook, and I'm gonna learn how to season this stuff myself. So I was thinking about that. That's the next revolution, or the next evolution of my cooking video, of my show. We've got meat, onions, celery. We need at least, I'm gonna say 3 eggs. This is a ton of meat. In meatloaf, you always need a little dairy. I don't do milk. I occasionally have the White Russian, and heavy whipping cream goes great, and scrambled eggs, White Russians, and all that good stuff. And then, so we got that, and then finally, I bet you it'll take this whole bag of crackers. We might need some more crackers. I'm gonna mix this all up, look at the thickness, and then we're gonna figure out what to cook it in, because I don't even know what I have for pans. This is gonna be the biggest meatloaf I've ever made. I'm trying to get the idea if that's enough bread. That is the current meatloaf. And I don't know if it has enough breading. That's probably enough now. So I've got 6 pounds of meat here. Now we got the right look. Okay. One giant meatloaf. Look at that guy. Amish butter. Prepare the pan. And I've always been a fat man trapped in a fat body. This is gonna be a meatloaf cake. It's gonna be awesome. That is an alarm clock going off. Give me 1 second. Of course. Oh my gosh, this thing is gonna be awesome. Alright, so I've got my meatloaf in the pan. It normally takes half a bottle of ketchup. Got the ketchup on top. The dogs are both in here. They know that the alarm clock going off at 4:30 means it's supper time. Normally, okay, we turned the oven on to 350 degrees. Normally a 2-pound meatloaf that would be cooked in something like this size takes about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. I'm cooking a meatloaf in a turkey baster, so I'm gonna just put it for 2 hours. It's gonna take at least 2 hours to get this sucker cooked. And it will not be dry because I've got onions. So we got deer meat and hamburger meat meatloaf with onions, celery, jalapenos, 3 eggs, heavy whipped cream, some minced garlic, a little bit of, and then some ketchup on top with the meatloaf seasoning. We're talking 2 hours here. I'll see you in 2 hours. Welcome back to Awesome by my side. Timer off. Couple hot pans. It has been 2 hours. I've had to smell this thing and turn this oven off for like the last hour and a half. It has smelled delicious, this meatloaf. It looks shrunken, but there's still some moisture on the bottom. Let's get a close up. I'm gonna cut into this guy. 6-pound meatloaf. I don't even know what kind of knife to use. Do I use a fillet knife? Do I use like a big Gerber duck knife? Or do I use just like an old plain old butter knife? It's a meatloaf, right? You don't need a big knife. I'm gonna go with the Gerber field knife, because if it's done right as a meatloaf, looks soft, feels soft. This is the corner that looks like it shrunk up the most, so you'd think that this would be the bad corner. Okay. You can see there's still moist. There's still plenty of moisture in this meatloaf. That's pretty good. I see a jalapeno right here. Let's try that jalapeno part. A little burnt on the end. This is the very end, so you can see it's a little burnt, but really, mean, with all the onions and celery and jalapenos, I wasn't too worried about cooking it for so long. That's amazing. I've never added the jalapenos to my meatloaf before. That was amazing. Wow. See if I can find some celery. A little celery right there? No. Oh, here we go. Right there. A little celery in this bite. Can't taste it. So, truthfully, if you have celery in the refrigerator and you're trying to find a reason to get rid of it, you can throw it in the meatloaf. You're not going to taste it. The jalapeno, though, amazing. I'm going to go enjoy some meatloaf with some potatoes. Have my supper. Love God, love life. Till next episode, you're watching Ozin by my side.